everybody, happy Thursday to you all. Hope you're having a great day so far. Today we have Y Club and we are going to be continuing with our series that we've been doing about some of the basics of Christianity, and today we're going to be talking about the Holy Spirit, which I think is very exciting. We're going to do what we've done every week at Y Club while we've been in lockdown, and I have a quiz for you. I have 3 gifts and I would like you to guess what is in each gift that has been lovingly wrapped up. Okay, here we go. Gift number 1. What do you think is this gift? Number 2, what do you think this gift is? I mean, it's slightly incomplete, but I'd love you to guess what my second gift is. And thirdly, and finally, what do you think might be my third gift? I will tell you at the end. The reason I wrapped up those gifts, and I want you to try and tell me what those gifts are, is because today we are thinking about the Holy Spirit, as I said, and the Holy Spirit is sometimes referred to as a gift. See, there's the tenuous link for you. So let me tell you a little bit today about the Holy Spirit, about what it meant for the people who were with Jesus and what it means for us as followers of Jesus today. So, when Jesus was still with his followers, but he knew he was going to leave them eventually, he promised them that there'd be somebody else who would come alongside them and help them, and that was the Holy Spirit. Jesus said that the Holy Spirit would come and be a counselor, or a bit like a comfort to them, or somebody who brings peace. I guess Jesus knew that his closest followers would be pretty upset at Jesus leaving. But actually Jesus says, it's better that I go because I'll leave you something else. So Jesus promised his followers that they would receive this new thing, this gift of the Holy Spirit, which would be a comfort or a counsellor to them. So fast forward, Jesus has returned to heaven and the disciples are together, and this incredible event happens. The disciples were together in a room, and suddenly something incredible happened. Tongues of fire appeared on their head. How weird must that have been? And at the very same time, the followers of Jesus began to talk in different languages. And some people who saw that said, well, it looks like they've had too much wine. But actually there were people around at the time that had come from many different places, and they heard the disciples talking in their own language. So it was this incredible thing that happened, that the disciples spoke in different languages, but other people were able to hear them. And after that time, when the Holy Spirit came upon them during Pentecost, some significant things happened to the disciples. They had this new boldness, almost like this new bravery. And the first thing we read after the Holy Spirit came upon them was that Peter addresses the crowd, and he does so with something new about him, like a boldness that he didn't have before. When the Holy Spirit came on the followers of Jesus, something happened that helped them become more like Jesus. Gifts of the Spirit. They were able to do new and incredible things, but also fruits of the Spirit. The way they acted, the way they behaved, the way their character was, began to become more and more like Jesus himself through the Holy Spirit being with them. So what does that mean for Christians today? Was that just something that happened to the disciples and was never heard about again? Well, I think that the gift of the Holy Spirit is something that followers of Jesus today can also have. Maybe it doesn't come like a tongue of fire on our heads, but Jesus promised the same Holy Spirit to us. And so we can experience some of the things that those disciples experienced. We can experience the comfort and the counsel of the Holy Spirit, that peace that is beyond anyone's understanding. And so the Holy Spirit gives us comfort and it gives us counsel. And I know that I've found that particularly important at the moment, where I've longed for a peace. It gives us a new boldness and a new bravery to talk about Jesus. And most importantly, I think, the Holy Spirit allows us to become more and more like Jesus. The gifts that were promised to us through the Holy Spirit allow us to become more and more like Jesus. So that's a little bit about the Holy Spirit. It was a gift that was promised by Jesus. It was a gift that was given to the disciples after Jesus had returned to heaven. And it's a gift that is promised to followers of Jesus today. So that's a little bit about the Holy Spirit and those answers to those questions. This, shall I rip it off? Is a squash racket. So no points if you guessed tennis racket or badminton racket. It is a squash racket. I don't think I'm going to manage to get all of the wrapping off this, but it is, I can tell you, it is a flip-flop. And finally, I hope you got this. This is in fact a very well wrapped, so well wrapped that I probably can't open it. Rolling pin, yay! Okay, so hope you did really well in the quiz.